Hey everyone, welcome to The Chosen Few, an RPG where we hang out and play some games, and it's a lot of fun. And there's a lot going on right now. So let's figure out what some of that stuff going on is by figuring out what these people want from life by asking them about what they believe. So Alexa, you ready? Or did I ask you at the exact wrong moment? Sorry, Thea, you ready?
Yeah. Okay. So Thea's guiding light is the same. She wants to get closer to the team and get closer to the people she's close to. Her first belief is to further investigate slash solve the murder of Casher with the team. Second one is to figure out what the conspiracy against the brain shrimp is, which they found out last time Casher was involved in. Maybe get help from Timothy to help protect her little friends.
Sounds good to me. Good set of beliefs. Seems actionable. I like it. Nova, how you doing?
My guiding light is the same. I would like to throw myself into danger to protect friends. My belief number one is also the same. I'm going to investigate Recha further this afternoon. And belief two is I would like to help this little girl at the fight ring and I mentor her to figure out how to teach her sword fighting.
Sounds good to me. I like it. And Timothy.
Well, my guiding light is the same. Timothy abhors the loss of innocent life. He will jeopardize himself and the mission to save even one life. I revised my first belief. Now it says, being one of a handful of people to know the truth, teen guard Taj is in serious danger. Timothy will set up a meeting with Mela Stepwise and safely deliver Taj to the secret organization that reached out. And then belief two is the same. Timothy wants to make sure the people of Chalestra are okay. He will approach the Grand Accord and maybe the Kava and try to convince them to drop aid.
I like it. Some good political beliefs there. And Selexa.
Okay, so her guiding light is the same. She wants to prove to herself and others that she can live up to her great grandmother's legacy. She has her own worth beyond just being important by birth. Belief one will stay the same. She is going to use whatever means she has at her disposal to solve Casher's murder. Belief two, I think she feels, after talking to Oceana, I think she feels sort of guilty for her role in taking down the covering, which kind of led to the suffering of the people in Oceana's homeland. And so knowing that Oceana is setting sail tomorrow or today, whatever, I'm not sure if we did we end on a.
It's middle of the day. We've still got time.
Got it. So that she's leaving tomorrow. I think she's going to try to talk to like Roland and Recha and see if she can arrange some kind of like aid or something for some way that they can help Oceana before she leaves.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, that all sounds nice and good. Let's start. Where are we going to start? I think we're going to start with Nova. Hi, Nova.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
So, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Where were we last seeing you, and where do you want to go now?
Where were we last? I know we were talking with Taj, the guard. I think Nova has kind of like a time pressure to meet this little girl for a sword fighting lesson, so that's probably what she will do first.
Okay, sounds good to me. So I think if it's okay with you, that you trip upon her, because she slept outside a room that you were in. She found you there and like sat down on the floor outside and just slept, and the guards sort of ignored her because she's a kid. And so you come out of this room, the room you're in, and you see her on the ground.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Hi, I'm here for my lesson.
Okay. I guess, here?
Well, where you are, you're the teacher.
Yeah, all right. I guess let's head to my room then, and maybe not in this hallway.
Okay. And she follows you to your room.
This isn't creepy at all, but yeah. All right. Do you have a sword of your own?
No.
I look outside to see if there's a guard with like a like someone outside who has a smaller sword than mine.
Yeah. There are guards with like poignards and smaller like a side sword, like a dueling sword almost, or like a long dagger.
Okay. I go up to one of the guards and say, "Could I please borrow your tiniest sword type thing?"
Raises an eyebrow. Roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
You said please.
I did say please. I hope that helps. I'm not very charismatic. Oh, that was not bad.
For the kid.
For the kid.
Don't let her poke her eye out.
All right.
He hands you this dagger.
All right. I go and hand it to the little girl. Remind me your name again?
Yeah. Has Matthew forgotten the name? 100%.
I'm not sure if I got her name before.
What?
I'm not sure if I got her name before.
Excellent. Even better. That's great. My name is Esla.
All right, Esla, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the pointy end, and this is the end that you hold it with.
Don't hold it by the pointy end.
Don't hold it by the pointy end.
Okay. She holds it. She like reaches for it from you to take it from you.
Okay. All right. Now, show me, before I hand it to you, show me your best fighter stance. Okay, that's good. I like the enthusiasm. Both feet flat on the floor, legs slightly apart, one foot slightly in front of the other. And which is your primary hand?
Well, and she sort of looks down, and you realize that like her right hand is missing 3 fingers. And so she looks at her left hand. I'm like, I don't know.
I grab something small and throw it to her and see which hand she catches with.
Yeah, she tries to catch it with her right hand, but she can't grip it, so it falls.
All right, let's do left hand.
Oh, okay.
All right. I hand her the small dagger.
Grabs it tightly and starts squeezing it almost as if it's her lifeline.
Okay. Not so tight. You don't want to tire your hand up.
Okay. She loosens a little bit, but it's still a little over tight.
Okay. Now, you're gonna shift your weight and you're gonna turn your body into the sword. So you're gonna turn and stab at the same time.
Stab. Is that good?
Yeah. And you twist your wrist a little bit as you go.
Stab.
Yeah, like that.
Stab. Stab.
Okay. All right. So now let's see. Now you're going to. I'm gonna hold up my sword, and you're gonna try to hit my sword with your sword.
Why would I hit your sword?
Just it's like practice for it in case you ever were in a sword fight.
Like, aren't I trying to hit you?
Well, it'll probably hurt less if you hit my sword instead of me.
Okay. Stab! And she tries to stab your sword. And she like your sword is like this big thick thing, and so she like pokes it in the middle. Rather than like slashing at it, she like pokes it with a stab.
Okay, all right, good. Try to slash at it this time.
Okay, yeah, and so this lesson goes on for a while. What are you trying to get out of this, or what are you trying to give out of this?
I'd like her to have like a vague idea of how to hold it and how to like slash and how to stab with this tiny little sword.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like a first lesson basically. Sounds good. Yeah, why don't I think this is just like an attack roll
Okay.
to represent your ability to train her.
All right.
Not that you're attacking a girl, just not that you're attacking a little girl. Sorry.
Yeah. I won't attack the little girl.
Beautiful. Yeah, so it goes really well. She catches on relatively quickly, largely because of your excellence in teaching. She starts to understand elements in like body weight relationship to the weapon a little bit and all that good stuff. But fundamentally, it is she's still 7, 8, or whatever. So her attention span is about half an hour. And then she starts getting bored. And when she starts getting bored, she starts like eyeing your furniture and wanting to stab out at it. And like try and poke into your desk or your drawer or your bed or whatever.
All right. I think this has been a good lesson.
What? We're stopping for the day?
I think so.
Can we go on, please?
No, I think the guard probably wants his knife back.
Okay.
But we can do it again, same time tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And are you gonna come find me again?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And she like skips happily out of the room, still holding the dagger.
Oh, hold on. I kind of pinch the dagger by the tip, and it's like, okay, I gotta give this back to the guard now, otherwise he's gonna be mad at me.
Ooh.
You talk to your parents about getting you a sword, okay?
Okay.
Something small.
Okay.
And then
it's okay if I keep borrowing one for a while, right?
It's okay if you borrow one for a while. Did you talk to your parents already?
Yes.
Since what is it? It's not sense motive. What is this? Insight.
Yeah, sure.
The other thing.
She is a savage little liar. She has definitely not spoken to her parents.
Okay, well, yeah, make sure your parents get you a sword for next time.
Well, okay. I'll do my best.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll see you tomorrow then.
Bye. And she like gives out the door. Alexa, how are you doing?
Yeah, pretty okay. Let's see. So I think where we left off was that like we kind of left off sort of in the middle of the conversation with Oceana, but it had been going on for a while, so I don't maybe we can just sort of like
I think it was broadly finished.
Okay, yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I think that her Celexa's first instinct is going to be to go to talk to Roland, maybe.
Okay.
And see if she can find. So she wants to see if she can find Roland.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, well, I think it's one of those things where you are capable of finding Roland, but he's busy for a couple hours, so you have to wait a little bit. But
Okay.
then you get to him.
Okay, cool. So and I'm sorry, I didn't actually get a note for this for last time, but I can write it down now. What was the name of the place where Oceana is?
Chalestra. She's from the city of Racy in Chalestra.
Racy, that was what I was looking for. Okay.
I'll put it in the chat.
Gotcha.
And Racy is the capital of Chalestra. It's the biggest city. They've got 3 or 4. They've got 4 big cities, but Racy is the capital.
Oh, okay. So I feel like I think I didn't realize that it was in Chalestra, or that it was the capital city, which means I'm a little confused as to then as to like what my ask is going to be or how I'm going to. Is it okay if I feel like I almost need to like reevaluate
No worries. Yeah,
my belief. Can I take a minute? Can I take a minute to do
Yeah, sure,
that?
absolutely.
Awesome, thank you.
Hey, Timothy, how you doing?
Not bad.
Excellent. What do you want to do?
I think last we saw Timothy. He was in the room with Taj. Is that true?
Yes.
All right. Taj, you're in quite a predicament, aren't you?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I think we've cleared your name for the most part, or at least we know you didn't do it, but someone's going to come kill you. Sorry, that came out. You're in danger.
A Kavanian bodyguard must expect attempts on their life regularly.
Yeah, yes, sure. But you know how you are like the only person who knows the truth?
What truth?
Like a few weeks ago, you were in the room where it happened.
The room where it happened?
The assassination.
When the traitor to the Kava attempted to kill Mela stepwise and was stopped?
Yes. Yes, that one. And everyone thinks it was the Kava, but it wasn't the Kava.
His lip tightens and he like starts unconsciously holding his breath a little bit.
It's okay. It's all right. You can trust me. I know I'm Chalestran, but I'm on your side.
Yeah, roll a persuasion check. It's gonna be a difficult one. He wants to trust you, but he needs further reason to trust you. He's been ordered not to speak of this by someone that he trusts more than you.
I see that you are reticent. I understand. How would you feel about a meeting with someone you would trust more? Maybe Counselor Stepwise or Ambassador Stepwise? Would that feel comfortable?
Is she okay?
She seems fine for now, yes. Last I saw her, last night.
You saw her last night?
Yes.
Do you work with her?
I am hoping to. You might be my ticket in, too. This might be mutually beneficial.
Okay. I'm with you.
Okay. You think you can hold out here for a few hours while I set it up?
Yeah, sure.
Is he in jail still?
Technically yes, although you have cleared him. So if you wanna like, no one up top has ordered him released, so he's still in jail. But like technically, he should have been released. So if you want to put your weight around, you could do it, but it would not be a subtle thing to do.
I see. Probably shouldn't ruffle any feathers. If the news got out that you were out, people would probably come kill you faster. Sorry, just thinking out loud here. You seem safe in here. Sorry, what?
Your thoughts are stressful.
Believe me, I know. Let's keep you in here. You have guards. You're in a safe room. This seems good for now. You're a bodyguard. You can protect yourself too. Hey, guard, can we give him a weapon? I know that's highly unusual.
Yeah, so you hear a guard say from outside, what do you want?
Can you just give him a weapon? Just put it like right outside his cell, just in case he needs it.
Sure, let me come in. Can I come in?
Yes?
So he opens the door, and a guard is there and looks at you and says, "You're asking for the prisoner to be armed?"
Yes.
Well, okay. And he pulls out a dagger from his belt and starts walking across the cell towards Taj.
Great. You can just put it down there.
Keeps walking.
No, just put it down.
He keeps walking.
Sir, can you, sir? What is your name?
He pulls back his hand and is about to give Taj the dagger, but not in a friendly manner.
I'd like to. I am going to jump in front of the dagger.
How excellent. Roll savior. Oh, wait, no. Wrong game. Sorry. Yeah, why don't you roll acrobatics to dive in front of the dagger? Yeah. So you dive in front of the dagger, but it's just you're too slow. It's not fast enough. And so he just stabs Taj right in the gut. As you land on the ground, and Taj just sort of looks down in shock as blood starts pooling out of him. The prisoner, the guard looks at you and looks for the exit and turns to start to run.
I'd like to pull my net out and throw it at him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Yell for help.
Yeah, do it.
Hopefully, yeah. Okay. Great. This is exactly what I wanted.
Yeah, you get him in the net, and it's so you capture him in the net, and he is trapped in it. He falls over and stumbles as you're calling for help, and two people come down the hallway as he's trying to struggle free. He's reaching around for a knife or something to cut through everything, and two people come running down the hallway, and they say, "Oh my God! There's bodies here. What happened? Is this a prisoner escape?" And then someone pops open the door and sees you with a net on this person, and they look at you and say, "What's been going on? What's happening?"
Go. He tried to kill him. Go help him. He got stabbed.
Sure. Yeah. We'll take you to the hospital wing, and comes and grabs your Taj, and Taj roll a perception check for me. Yeah, there's green pouring out of the side of his mouth, just this green sickly ooze.
Oh, can I roll nature?
Nature or medicine?
Okay.
Yeah, you're familiar with a poison that is lizard poison that does this. You stab it. It's common in Chalestra. It's one of those things that everyone knows about, and so everyone avoids a little bit. It's poison oak or poison ivy here or whatever. It's not it's always there, but it's common enough that everyone knows to avoid this stuff. But you can turn it into a rather potent poison.
Wait, hold on. Before you take him out, you hold this man, and I run over and I'll cast what is that? Protection from poison.
Perfect. Yeah. So you cast protection from poison. The poison, you see it like sort of dry and cake off from the side of his mouth, and then he starts coughing, which can't be good for his gut wound. But some bile comes up and leaves his system. Thanks. Glad that you caught that.
Yeah.
Is
Let's go get you healed up.
Yeah, sure. And they start carrying him away, towards the hospital wing.
Is the other guy still there?
Yeah, he's in the net.
Oh, and did any of our party come running? Is anyone? Thea, are you still here?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Maybe I walk by.
Yeah, Thea walks by. Sounds good.
When I yelled for help, Thea, anyone?
So Thea, you come running and you see outside the cell door there are two people. They are both stripped naked, but you recognize them as being guards, and they are dead.
Whoa. Can I see that Timothy is inside the room?
Yeah.
Okay. Whoa, what happened out here?
I don't know. I was talking to teenage bodyguard Taj, and then a guard came in, and he wasn't a guard, and he tried to kill him. I feel like one of us should stay with the evil guard, and one of us should stay with teenager Taj. Which one do you want?
I'll take evil guard.
Okay.
Can I, before we split up, can I see how were the naked guards killed? Is it clear?
Yeah. One had their throat slit. The other was stabbed 4 times in the gut.
So for what it's worth, I think that Celexa is actually going to be trying to find the party again. I think
Okay.
she would. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to step upon the scene? You're welcome to step upon the scene.
Yeah, I think it kind of makes sense for her. Like maybe when you guys are talking and like looking at the bodies,
Mhm.
Celexa will be like poking your head around and say, "Hello." Like she'll be around a corner and calling out for you guys.
Celexa.
What? Wait, what the? Oh my god! Did you kill them?
What? No. Why would I also strip them naked? I don't know.
Well, I mean, I don't want to judge, you know.
I just came upon this. Timothy caught that guy in the net.
Oh, shit. Wait. So is Taj still there?
Taj is being carried out right now. They're like making a makeshift stretcher to carry him out safely on.
Okay.
So he hasn't actually been carried out yet, but he's collapsed and like is a byproduct of the poison is like sort of look like a catatonic state temporarily, and he's cured of it, but it will last for like another 30 seconds.
So wait. So what happened? What happened to this guard that stabbed him?
You see him in the net struggling.
Oh, that's oh my god. Yeah, well shit. Have you asked him what the hell he's doing?
Not yet. This happened a little quickly. Thank you both for coming, though. There are two. I'm sorry, Thea. Did you say are there 2 guards out there?
Yeah, 2 of them
Guards?
naked and dead. Yeah.
Gross. With Celexa, you can heal people, right?
Yeah, a bit.
Maybe we could you heal Taj and then we could keep him with us? I don't feel safe with him leaving. Either we go with him or he stays with us, I think.
Okay, Celexa will cast a level 2 healing word on Taj.
Yeah. Let's see what you can give him. Did it go through for anyone else?
No.
Well, I don't know why I asked, because mechanically speaking, he was at 0, and now he's not. So, he comes to consciousness, and like, oh God, by all the gods in the Gala, that hurt. Oh, breathe. That's what you taught you. Breathe. Hi. Hi. Ow. You can let go of me, guards. I'll be fine. The guards look reluctant to let go because this person was just stabbed in the gut, and their intention is to take them to the hospital wing, which is what you're supposed to do in these circumstances. But magical healing, it's pretty effective, and so they stop, but they back up to the side of the room. They don't leave the room, so they're both there watching. One of them is looking out the door, and the other one is looking into the room.
Thank you, guards. Yeah. Thea, you want to help me with this fake guard, and maybe we can try to get him into the cage, into the cell.
Yeah, let's do that.
I want my net back.
Yeah. So you guys work together. He's in a net, so he's grappled and restrained, and then you guys can manipulate him pretty easily because there's 2 of you and 1 of him, and so you shove him in there and take off the net and close and lock the gate. So now we've got sort of let's just make a dumb map. This is not really necessary, but let's just.
And just before we put him in the cage, could I have taken his dagger away?
Yeah, absolutely. You disarm him. Let's do. We'll go blue, and we'll just draw some freehand lines. Don't worry about this. Just for the record. Okay. Like a. Table. Okay, so this is the cell on the left-hand side. That's where he's locked in. On the right-hand side, the rest of you are. There's a table there for interviewing people and a couple of chairs, which were being used earlier, but now at least they're not in use because Taj, I guess, is laid out on one of them and is sort of sitting up on the table. And the guards are at the door. Just so everyone, did I move people even there? Yes, I did. Cool. Just so that you guys broadly have a overall visual consensus on the scene. So Taj is on the table and he sort of is leaning up. Oh God, that hurts. By the gods, that hurts. He looks around the room, not really certain who's friend and who's foe.
Would you 2 excuse me for a second? I'm gonna go get someone I know I can trust. And Timothy's gonna step outside and look for an animal. Use his ranger skills to find a little animal, maybe a bird or a rat.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a cardinal.
A cardinal.
Mm.
Hello, friend. And I'm going to cast Animal Messenger and describe in lurid detail a beautiful older female lizard-born, and send the message. I, Timothy, have Taj. He needs help. Come to the guard, wherever we are, the guard house on 7th and Mission, or wherever we are.
Okay. Yeah. So the bird takes off and starts flying. I gotta check this spell actually. This is Animal Messenger.
Yes.
Tiny beast, you can see. We've got a cardinal. $50 miles for 24 hours. Okay. Well, yeah, definitely. No problem. Yeah, so you do this. While Timothy is out of the room, do the two of you, Celexa and Thea, do you talk to Taj? Do you talk to the imposter?
I think I go up to the bars to the imposter and say, "Who do you work for?"
He just sits down in the corner.
Do you want a dagger to your throat, man? Just
No
tell
response.
us. What?
No response.
Come on. There's got to be a way to get him to talk.
Celexa will walk over and she'll say, yeah, you know, I really don't think that you know who you're dealing with here. And she is going to she's gonna cast levitate on him.
Mm-hmm. She starts floating up.
And she is going to can she open the cell door?
She wants, yeah.
Yeah, Celexa's gonna open the cell door.
One of the guards does like a wait.
And she's just gonna put up a finger. And he's stuck. She's gonna say he can't look at him. He's not going anywhere. And he's floating up near the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna take out her rapier and point it up, basically like right underneath him. And she's gonna say, so, you know, I can't hold you up there forever. And I don't know, maybe sometime before the spell runs out, you'll decide that you'd rather tell us why you did that rather than be a shish kebab.
I need you to roll a persuasion check for the guards before we roll the intimidation check on this guy.
Okay. Let's see. Persuasion.
Yeah, so the guards clearly don't like this. And one of them says, just from the background, not stopping you at all, but just says from the background,
Celexa will kind of like, she just kind of like looks around like, oh, who is that for?
If you want to go get some water, we have this taken care of.
no.
Will you allow me to roll an intimidation check
Yes.
for the
Absolutely.
the prisoner?
Oh, Well, tie goes to the aggressor. You're the aggressor. He looks at you. And a smile spreads over his lips. You want to know what?
Well, it's not so much I want to know as I think you want to tell me. What, who told you to stab this guy here?
It was a prince.
Oh, I think you can be a little bit more specific, you know? Maybe get to the point, and she's gonna dig the tip of her rapier up into his torso.
A prince who has lost his position, and so works for another. But I know not who. I am not your enemy.
Is this guard, is he like, is he lizard folk, or what? Was he human?
He's elven.
Sorry?
Elven.
Oh my gosh, he's elven. And what did you get? What was worth it to you to do this?
He reaches down and, if my lady doesn't object, reaches into his purse and pulls out a small but good-sized diamond.
Celexa is going to she's going to grab it from him and toss it to the guards and say, I assume you guys will be wanting this. And she will she'll take the sword away and dismiss the spell and let him drift down to the ground as she walks out and closes the cell.
If you don't, I'd like to return it. It's part of the contract. I failed in my task, so.
Oh. Yeah, you probably should return it, come to think of it.
Otherwise, I'm, oath-bound to keep trying.
Well, I think it makes more sense. Maybe you should give it back. And she will walk over back to the guard, and she will pluck the diamond back out of his hand, and she's going to return it to the prisoner.
Takes it back through the bars, puts it in his satchel, and smiles. You're very good at this.
Well, I don't know. I guess I get that a lot,
Do you? I guess it must be surprising for one such as you.
Such as. That's an interesting way to put it. What do you know of one such as me?
Oh, I know your type. Noble.
Yet.
Entitled. And yet somehow quite skilled. Using the levitate to add to the intimidation, that was remarkably effective.
Oh, have you been intimidated before? You a connoisseur, perhaps.
By some of the best.
Like who?
No one you'd know. Sticking to the shadows like that.
Well, I have a feeling that this is not going to be the last time either.
Seems likely.
And Celexa is going to she's going to walk back over she's going to walk back over to Taj and she'll walk back over to Taj and Thea and say, I think I think we have another conversation to have. We've got a prince to find.
Definitely.
I think at this point we will cut, and there'll be a knock on Nova's door. Nova?
Yes?
It's Nephany?
Mm-hmm.
So, something's happening with your friends down in the cell.
Oh, okay. I run over to the cell.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and find Caliban.
Okay. Good luck.
From the land of internet dystopia. Okay. Disconnect, whatever. Okay. Yeah, and Nova, you come running back, and I think you hear like a dress that's made of beads rattling with every step, walking down the hallway in the same direction as you, and you see like a little old lizard folk lady.
Hello.
Yes.
Excuse me. I run past her.
She keeps walking. And Timothy, you're outside the cell when Nova gets there breathless. Actually, probably easily breathing. Sorry, she's in much better shape than me. I'm just thinking I would be breathless. That's a different question.
Wait, Nova, how did you get here? Oh, did I mess up the spell again? Is that Cardinal an idiot?
I have no idea what you're talking about, but Nephany's told me you were here.
Oh yeah, it's been quite a 25 minutes. You should go ahead.
So two naked guards, right?
Yeah, so you see two dead and naked guards on the floor. And then you see two clothed guards in the doorway and one person dressed as a guard behind bars.
So where's the second one?
What?
I draw my sword at the two guards who are standing at the doorway. All right, talk. Which of you is the evil one?
Neither. We've been... One looks at the other one, just says, I hate adventurers. Neither of us are evil.
Prove it.
How?
You kill each other. Go.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the points for both of you. Okay. What's your name?
You're doing this wrong.
Well, now I'm suspicious of you, so...
You should be asking us to name things about the other person, because if we were imposters, we wouldn't know things about each other. We can make up stories about ourselves easily enough. Anyone can make up stories about themselves. That is how spies work. Have you ever... I thought you were an adventurer. Don't you know this sort of thing?
Fine. Okay, well, tell me, what's his name?
His name is Daryl. He's been here for, what, a year? now. Yeah, just over a year now. He's a good drinking buddy, and he is unnaturally lucky at dice games.
Okay. Who's the other guy?
His name is Samson, and he's been here for about 9 months, and came out of a belief in the Grand Accord and what it stands for, believing that we should have things like, I don't know, due process, not just killing random prisoners or intimidating them till their hearts get shocked or anything like that, but actually believes in the ideals of this place. And the more we see it get overrun by adventurers who seem not to care about those ideals, the more depressing it is.
Okay. Interesting. I guess I'll figure out what that means. Um. So, were you two stationed here?
No, we came when the lizard folk started yelling.
Did you see any guard-looking person running the other way?
No, not when we came in.
So we must have gone the other way. I head down, or I don't know. Timothy, you have that tracking thing, don't you?
Oh, yes.
You should go that way and see if you can find him.
Okay. Hey, when you see a beautiful old lizard woman come, she's well, tell her I'll be back, I guess.
I just passed her. She's on her way.
Yeah, she'll take a while. Okay, tell her I'll be back.
All right.
Thea, you want to come help?
Yeah, I'll come help.
Thanks.
So Thea and Timothy, you're off tracking this person. What does that look like inside the catacombs?
I would say catacombs are dusty in my experience. So I'm looking for footprints, maybe looking for where like someone has accidentally brushed up against something on the wall.
Yeah.
What do you think, Thea?
Yeah, I think same kind of looking for same kind of thing.
Yeah. Who's leading this?
Probably Timothy, right?
Okay. Yeah, Timothy, roll survival check. Yeah, natural 20. So that's beautiful. So you are easily able to track through the dungeons, part of the dungeons, and into the catacombs that aren't used that often. As you say, it's dusty, so like there's literal footprints, there's literal signs of disturbance. This wasn't the route that this person expected to come. And you are able to track down pretty effectively, but you get to a place where you see that they have dropped and abandoned their guard uniform.
Maybe I'll pick this up so they can't use it again. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. The footsteps continue if you want to keep tracking them.
Yeah, I'll keep tracking.
Okay, yeah, Thea, roll a perception check for me.
Sure.
Yeah. There seems to be like a weirdly large pile of like dust or ash concentrated in the center of the hallway in front of you. Like everything's dusty, but then in the middle, it's like someone poured a bucket of sawdust right in the middle of the hallway, and it's like kind of dramatic.
Whoa, Timothy, you think someone's trying to cover their tracks?
Oh, that could be. Perhaps either that or someone released ashes of a loved one. That one makes less sense. Okay.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, so the two of you move forward towards this. Are you moving cautiously or exuberantly? Are you still like in chase mode, or does this stop you a little bit? Slowed you down?
I think slow a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys get closer. You see that this is between two statues of hydras that are engraved into the walls themselves, sort of peering angrily down at the world around them. And here's this like pile of it looks like sawdust. You'd have to get a little closer and poke it to know for certain. what it is, but it sort of has the similar texture from your perspective.
Just to test it out, I shoot an arrow through between the two hydras and see what happens.
Yeah, as you do that, one of the Hydra's eyes illuminates glowing blue, and a beam of energy launches out and disintegrates the arrow.
Oh my.
Huh. So we might have just found the person we're looking for. They might
Okay.
be that
Yeah.
pilot.
Well, I guess that's the end of that. Or can we look beyond the Hydra? Are there any more footsteps?
Yeah, roll a perception check. It's hard to see down here. Do you have any form of light?
Good question. What do I have? I have a torch in my inventory.
Sure. You want to light your torch?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So you light your torch, and roll a perception check. The footsteps stop.
You know, Thea, I think you might be onto something.
All right. Well, we have their clothes, I guess.
Yeah. And remind me never to go down this way again.
Yeah, me too.
Gee. Huh.
Let's check the clothes for anything in the pockets or.
Yeah, absolutely. Good call. So going through the clothes pockets, let's see. You find a couple of just like tools. You recognize these as like components of a thieves' tools kit: lockpicks, glass cutters, things like that. And you also find a small diamond. Probably worth a good amount, though.
All right. I think this was our other assassin.
All right. Well, I guess that's one loose end done. That's good. Shall we go back?
Yeah, let's go.
Huh.
Back in the room with Taj, we have Nova and Celexa, as well as the assassin and the two guards who are a little bit salty about everything.
Celexa, did you already question this guy?
Yeah, we talked. He
I'll say.
he it was a very nice chat, and he was really he was really quite chatty about a certain prince, a prince who has lost his kingdom, was who he said hired him for this particular gig. So yeah, that doesn't bring anybody to mind for me, but I think maybe we should be finding some others to ask questions of. Speaking of which, do you mind keeping an eye on things here for a moment while I just step out?
Sure.
So Alexa is going to step out, and is there like, I don't know, can she find like either a quiet hallway or someplace where there's a little privacy?
There's a lot of cells here that are abandoned that are all laid out the same way as this one.
She'll just
I think as you leave into the hallway, though, you do see like walking slowly down the hallway, but fast as her little legs can carry you, hear the beaded skirt rattle long before you see the figure, so you know that that's happening. But yeah.
Okay. So Alexa she doesn't really know who this person is, so she'll just kind of like look and then whatever. She steps into a cell, and she pulls out the red stone.
Perfect.
And she says, we're looking for the prince.
Red is the stone that we don't know where it goes, right? Just
Correct.
Yeah.
Or sorry, rather she'll say, I'm looking for the prince.
Mm-hmm. person on the other end, I have to think about this. They want to answer in some ways, but they really don't want to reveal anything about who they are. Certainly not to you.
Mhm.
Roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
You hear a sound that is it's a sound that you are familiar with. It is the sound of someone who is female putting on like a super gravelly voice that they are faking to like disguise their identity,
Okay, fair.
and they say, "Kill him if you find him."
Yeah, I'm already inclined to do that. No idea where he might be or who to talk to. Just one word. Can you give me one word?
Here's two. Primarchs, butt boy.
Well, that's I'm sure I'll find that very helpful in time. And she will she says, "Thank you. Until next time." And she puts the stone away. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm debating if they would reveal anything, but they wouldn't.
Primarchs.
Butt boy.
But okay, I'm just making sure I heard you right. Okay.
No, it was an insult.
Gotcha. Okay, so then Celexa will stroll back into the other room, into the cell.
Yeah. Okay. And Nova, I think you're the one who's there, the only one who's there, when this old lizard folk lady arrives.
Oh, hello again.
Who are you?
I'm Nova. Are you looking for Timothy?
I am, though I expected some discretion in that.
He said he'd be back soon. He went running after someone, and I'm sure he's not dead. He'll probably be back soon.
Well, are you going to offer me a cup of tea?
Hey guards, aren't you gonna offer the lady a cup of tea?
She like strides in, limping a little bit, and sits down at the table.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Counselor Mela Stepwise, and I'm not supposed to be here.
Oh. Are you the person who almost got assassinated?
Yes.
Oh. Huh. Nice to meet you. Yeah. So Taj is still in this room, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you met?
Taj speaks up and says, "I have not had the honor," and like feel like suddenly is very stiff. Mela sort of glances at him just with a flick of the eyes and then back.
Yeah. Have you met? And I point to the guy in the cell.
No.
Oh, well, that's good.
What is this man's crime?
Huh?
What is this man's crime?
Oh, he tried to kill Taj.
An assassin.
Yeah, I guess so. He also killed the 2 naked guards outside.
Poor souls.
Yeah.
I hope they find rest in Sinanar's embrace.
Yep. That. Yeah, so what are you going to talk to Timothy about?
He called me here.
Huh, yeah. So it's a good thing you didn't get assassinated, right?
Sometimes I agree.
Wasn't this guy Taj, weren't you there during this thing?
No.
Wasn't he there during this thing?
Yes.
I think Nova knows this. I think she was there during the thing. Huh. That's strange. Because I feel like you were there during that thing.
Why are you questioning this poor child?
He's not a child, he's Taj.
What is the age of majority in your country of origin? Where are you from?
Brian.
And are people adults there when they are... Taj, how old are you? 17? Are people adults there when they're 17?
I mean, I think so. I mean, I'm an adult, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And Celestia really like to keep them young for a while longer. I think at this point, Thea and Timothy and Celexa all return.
Oh, thank God.
Well, one mystery solved, right, Thea?
Yeah, definitely another assassin, and yeah.
We should call him an stash.
Excuse me. Sorry. Did you say that my partner, she is dead? From the cell.
If you call a pile of ash dead, then yeah.
Just wanted to know so that I can, so that I'm aware. Thank you. And he waves. Goes back to meditating.
Huh. Miss Stepwise, thank you so much for coming. Could we, maybe we should step into a different room?
That may be wise.
Nova, you got the sense of these guards? Are these actual guards?
I think so. They seem, I mean, they're not very friendly, but I think they're guards.
All right. Well, yeah. So guards, you can stay here, and let's all step into a different room.
All of us, Timothy?
Is that okay?
You tell me.
Sorry, Celexa. This will make sense later. Most of us in a different room.
Very well. She stands up and her beaded skirt starts just making the beaded sounds. And you walk across the hall to a different cell.
I filled them in. We needed to. We were trying to figure out who killed Cashier, right? So
Diplomat, yes.
Yes. So I had to fill them in. So I'm sorry, but I'm trying to keep my cards close to the chest, So Celexa doesn't know yet. I'm not a horrible secret keeper per se.
Somehow I am doubting this more and more, but speak your piece. If it is too late, it is too late.
So one, for the record, I saved Taj. He was about to be assassinated because he knows too much, and I figured we could bring him in, or I figured you could have a safe place for him.
You wish me to hide the boy?
Yes, I assume that you and your connections would have means to do so.
How vast do you think my connections are?
Vast enough to send secret messages.
You know that I am desperate enough to call upon even one such as you for assistance?
Yes, well, I thought we, squid pro quo.
Someone tried to assassinate him here? Do you know anything about who did it?
Let me go check. I run over to Celexa. What can you tell me about this guy?
Well, actually, I was in the room when Celexa questioned him.
Yeah.
I can just, yeah.
That's better.
Wait, so you're not gonna ask Celexa?
No, apparently not.
If you want to, you can.
I get like halfway and Thea's like, wait, hold on.
Okay.
He was working and he got this, and I show her the diamond we got from the clothes. Got one of these. He's working for a prince that is not a prince anymore.
Mm.
We don't know much more than that.
Just a contractor then.
Seems to be.
Very well, I will take the boy.
Thank you. I would to be fair, this is not my strong suit. This sort of social negotiation and whatnot. But I was hoping that this would actually help in my favor and show that I am trustworthy. It's not panning out that way, but I was hoping this would help, and perhaps I could get a meeting with your friend, or we could get a meeting with your friend, associate.
Roll a persuasion check.
May I use my luck point?
Yes.
Okay.
I am in a position where I am in need of allies. It is true. But part of being a secret organization, she looks around at the other two, is that compartmentalizing knowledge so that it's not all in one place is useful. Or sometimes people come to break that knowledge apart. And we want to make sure that what they get is a bit and a piece of the truth, not the whole truth. Surely you can understand.
I suppose.
I'll have someone stop by. But know this. They will be in disguise. You may trust your people here, but I don't know them. I barely know you. All I know about you is that the first time that I trusted you with a secret, you brought in other people, revealed that information around. Now, maybe that's faults on mine. You clearly did it with good intentions. Rescuing Taj was a good act. I freely admit this. I am grateful for the boy's life. But nonetheless, it was a blunt instrument way of dealing with things, not a deft hand. I was looking for a surgeon. I seem to have gotten a cudgel.
Point taken. will be more discreet in the future.
You need to bring in your friends, bring in your friends. And she stands and leaves. And like as she walks the hallway, she looks at the guards and she says, "My understanding is that this boy is no longer arrested, yes?" Yeah. "Great. You are releasing him into my custody and I am taking him with me." What? "Yes. Now do so." Okay. "I also request an honor guard. I need to get to the teleportation circle. I need it back in race C immediately." And the guards just sort of look befuddled and confused and go and like help Taj to his feet and start walking him forward. Taj looks confused. Selexa, what's your expression?
So this whole time while everybody else was gone,
Yeah, please.
Selexa she had kind of like found a seat in the cell, and just she kind of looked like she was relaxing, and then she closed her eyes.
Yeah.
And as the rest of the party left the other cell, unseen with them, a little invisible imp scampered back out.
Yeah. So you actually heard all of that, of course.
Yeah. And so she opens her eyes before they get back in, and she just, I don't know, she seems almost cheery. I think she seems very like very unperturbed by the situation.
Yeah.
And to be clear, they're taking Taj away, right? And but the prisoner, the assassin, is still remaining in his cell.
Yes.
Okay. And she says, "Well, I hope you all had an enlightening conversation. It's been very boring in here."
Good.
Yeah. So we don't really need to like.
No.
I feel like we know all we need to know here for now.
Works for me. And I think on that pronouncement and on the departure of Mela with with Taj, we get our break. Guys, we're gonna take our break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. hey everyone, we are back, and we've got a lot to get through, so we're going to dive right on in. As always, please do the usual thing that I say at this point, which is look for people who are less privileged than you and try to find a way to help them if you can. But I've got a lot of content to get through in a short amount of time, so I'm going to leave it at that relatively quickly. I apologize for abbreviating that. It's not that it's any less important, it's that I want to do a lot of things. So please do that. And then also the other thing that I do at this time is like, follow, and subscribe. Check out our other shows. We've got shows every Sunday and Thursday and Friday. Please come check them out. Back. So we've got a couple of projects that are going on simultaneously. Let's check in with some people and see what we can make happen. Thea, how are you doing?
Good. I want to talk to Celexa.
Okay.
Hey, Celexa. Have you heard anything from the Redstone?
Yeah, actually, I asked the person, I don't know, I had this feeling like this prince, whoever they are, could be a little bait for the person on the other end. And yeah, they bit a little bit. They told me they wanted the prince dead. They told me that he is the the Primarchs butt boy. Yeah. So I'm not sure yet if that's an official title. But I feel like maybe we should ask around a little bit. And yeah, Thea, when she said that, I think it's a she. When she said that, it just made me think, I feel like all of this runs back to Celestra in some way. You know, speaking for myself, if I were looking for the Primarch's butt boy, that's where I'd be looking. But
that makes sense. Yeah, the Primarch's butt boy.
Yeah.
Probably in Celestra.
Yeah. So I guess I don't know. What do you think about? I'm not sure if we can find what we need to find here. What do you think about a potential field trip?
Field trip.
Mm-hmm.
To find the butt boy.
Yeah. The quest for the butt boy.
Yeah, I think it's sounding like this is pretty key to finding out anything. Finding this person.
And yeah. The only other lead we have is the assassin himself.
Right.
And as far as that's concerned, were you around for the thing with the diamond?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he could lead us somewhere with that, but he'd have to be out of prison first.
Right. I mean, could we trust him to do what he's saying?
Oh, no, I don't. I mean, I don't think we were going to. Speaking for myself, I wouldn't ask. I just, if somehow, just coincidentally, he happened to escape, for example, and we happened to be nearby to see where he went, then that could potentially lead us somewhere that would be useful.
Yeah, that could be a good lead to find this prince who's no longer a prince.
Yeah. Yeah. And here's the rub, and I'm telling you this first. I feel like we should talk to everybody else soon, but here's the rub. We have potentially passage to Chalestra tomorrow. With in a way that traveling in a way that we could be more discreet, I think, than we could be otherwise. And so that doesn't give us very much time. And I think that means that if we're going to follow this person, if we're going to make this happen, I think we would need to do it tonight.
Okay. Maybe we could just somehow leave the lock unlocked, or maybe just leave a little tool so this assassin can let himself out.
Yeah, I have an idea. And here's my only question: Do we tell Nova and Timothy? I mean, this. I only ask because you know how they can be. You know, it's like they can be a little uptight sometimes, and I feel like they don't always like, you know, they might not get it. Oh yeah, well, needless to say, we do not tell Caliban.
Oh yeah, no.
I mean, obviously. But yeah, what do you think? Do we tell Noah and Timothy?
I mean, we might want to tell maybe one of them just so they know where we are if something happens. I feel like maybe if we told Nova, that'd be okay. Timothy might try to get in the way.
Okay. Well, I would have said the opposite, but you know what? I feel let's just go talk right now. I think we all need to catch up and get on the same page. I think that's got to happen.
Okay.
So we'll head back up then to your guys' quarters, the area that has been assigned to you guys and your servants, up in the Velvet Celesta, where you guys are being taken care of and all that good. Nope, sorry, not the Velvet Celesta. Just I apologize. That's where the meetings are going. Yeah, and you guys are brought there. So you guys all head there and end up there, and you've got like a living room area that you guys can meet in and have conversations. It's like a group living home. I don't know, whatever. Group situation. There's a living room.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey, so Thea and I were just talking, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Thea, but I think we agreed that like we're like running into all of these like weird loose ends, and there's all of this. I don't know. Things are just so strange right now. It seems like we need to work together to really make this happen, and I don't want to be like I had something in mind, and I wasn't sure if I should talk to you guys about it, but I feel like, you know, we've really got to work as a team right now. So I guess the first thing that I wanted to say is that the assassin, he said he was going to return the diamond to his employer, and to make that happen, I think that we should find a way to discreetly let him out of jail without knowing that it was us, and follow him, or at least Thea and I will follow him and see where he goes.
So
yeah, so let's start with that.
So there's I feel like there's a lot to unpack here. What you're saying is you want to undo much of what I did this afternoon.
Well, I mean, we know more now, and like we wouldn't be just like letting him go. Like we'll be there. Like he and I will be there, following him.
So it's like using a smaller fish to catch a larger fish.
Exactly. Thea, I told you Timothy would understand. I told you he would, right? I said we could. I told Thea. I said we can trust him. So, anyways,
What do you think, Nova?
I knew you would get it.
Yeah, sure. That sounds fine. Thea, we had that thing we were gonna do.
Right. Yeah.
Is that gonna interfere with that other thing?
Well, what time is it now?
Like 2 in the afternoon.
Oh. Yeah, as long as I'm back before evening, we're in good shape.
Well, so wait. So there was one other thing that I wanted to mention, which is that and I relay the thing about the prophecy of the butt boy, and so yeah, so the Primarchs butt boy is who we're looking for, and if I feel like if he's going to be found anywhere, he'd be in Celestra, probably Racy, and you know who happens to be going there tomorrow is Oceana, and she's going with her entire fleet. And if there's one way we could get there discreetly, I feel like it would be just being able to disappear into a crew of, you know, well, one large ship, but meeting a fleet of hundreds of sailors, you know, on the other end. It would be fairly easy, I think, for us to go discreetly to Racy. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Is maybe we can find out what we can find out today, and then tomorrow really go to the source.
Is Racy where the Primarch is?
As far as we know, I mean, that's where I think he was probably headed when he left.
Racy is the capital of Celestra, for the record, so probably.
Okay.
We don't know for sure. But I feel certain that we could find out something from being over there, and it just feels like a kind of a unique opportunity for us to go explore.
I think that sounds like useful and fun, maybe even fun.
No, come on now. This is not about fun. This is not some kind of game.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot about that. You, just on an unrelated note, you know who's a prince and I would describe as a butt boy? That Darrow guy.
I mean, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'll give you that. Maybe we should know more about him, but I have a hard time feeling like he has the. Well, I guess we don't know that much about him, but I don't know. I would be surprised, but you could be right.
I mean, he doesn't seem that smart, but I'm just saying. I think he fits both descriptions.
That's fair. That's absolutely fair.
It really is.
What does our Timothy? You're from Celestra. What do you think about going home.
I'm always happy to go back. I think that's as good a plan as any. I mean, the negotiations aren't going anywhere since they left, so maybe we can follow them back.
Okay, well, I guess let's find. We want to find out everything we can before tomorrow. And I'll go and make sure that Oceana can accommodate us. While we're kind of spilling our guts here, is there anything that you guys wanted to tell me?
Oh, you manipulative person. I love it. Sorry.
I go over and whisper to Thea. Should we tell Celexa what we're doing?
This is not subtle, by the way. They walk over and whisper to each other. So like, so you know there's literally a secret. You just don't know what it is.
I make a link with Nova. I'm like, didn't Stepwise just tell us not to tell everybody everything?
No, the Recha thing.
Oh.
Who cares about the Stepwise thing?
Maybe we should tell her later. I don't know. Or do you think she'll give us more info about Recha?
I mean, if she's on board, she might help keep Recha out of her hair.
That's true.
But then she doesn't have plausible deniability.
All right, let's tell her.
Okay.
Tell me what?
Well, so we know you have some kind of special connection with Recha.
Oh yeah, I mean, for sure. Like, she was basically like one of my first like kind of friends here. Even though she's totally weird. She's totally weird. I get that. But
and, since we're telling each other all of our secrets.
Yeah, of course.
Including things about Recha.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We may or may not be breaking into her office.
Oh my god. Well, what? I mean, that seems totally reasonable. Like, she's kind of a suspicious person, right? There's a lot that I don't know about her, but what are you hoping specifically to find out?
Well, the last time we were here, we got attacked by a mind-controlled giant beetle, right?
Oh my god, that feels like ages ago. Yeah, of course.
I still think that she's behind it.
Yeah, she seems to know more than she's letting on.
Yeah. Well, I think I think you guys should absolutely go and explore and check that out. And maybe yeah, that makes sense. And do you want help?
Yeah, if you could make sure that she doesn't come back while we're in there, that would be great.
Sure. Yeah. I need to talk to her about something anyways. So that makes perfect sense.
We just weren't sure about telling you because I don't know, I had this weird feeling like you had some kind of loyalty towards her or something like that.
Like I said, like she's one of my first friends here, and but I haven't put my life on the line, or she hasn't put her life on the line for me the way you guys have. And yeah, if you guys want to be if you guys want to want help, of course I'll help you.
All right. Thanks.
So why don't I guess let's do this. Why don't if we're gonna go there, why don't I go in first? And if she's there, I'll see if I can get her to leave.
Oh, hey, if you if you're while you're there, if you do find any mind control fluid, would you mind bringing some back?
Oh, do you want me to ask her?
Either way.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, and maybe they'll just like find some laying around.
Yeah, just I'm running low, so if you don't mind.
Sure, she has it well labeled. So
Yeah, maybe that's something that Thea and I can take care of. I don't know that that's something to casually bring up.
yeah.
Okay, well, let's give it a shot, huh? Go team.
Okay, let's do this. Let's break into Retro's office. I'm down. I'm excited. I'm vibing. Okay, so Celexa, your intention is to distract Professor Retro.
Yes.
What does that look like?
Well, I think that Celexa will so she's gonna go ahead.
Mhm.
And she is going to she's going to use her Mask of Many Faces to take on the appearance of a excuse me. I think a I don't know, a kind of like not sort of semi nondescript like elven woman with in leather armor.
Mhm.
And she's going to try and go and find Recha in her office.
Mhm.
Is she there?
Yeah, she's in her public office, not the spy master office, but in the head of scientist office.
Right. Well, and they're adjacent, right?
Yes, they are.
Yeah. Okay. And okay. So she walks in. Is she alone?
Mhm.
Okay. So she walks in. Celexa walks in and drops her disguise.
Celexa, hi.
Hey. So I do you have a few minutes? It's kind of important.
I'm supposed to have a meeting soon with one of the scientists from Avra.
Okay. Well, so there's a couple of things that I need your help with, and the first is, did you hear about the commotion in the guards in the prison cells today?
Yes, the person that was arrested as an assassin was then attempted. There was now and then an attempted assassination attempt upon them.
Ironic, right?
Yes.
Um,
Unlikely, but ironic.
the assassin of the assassin, he volunteered to me that the person who had hired him to do this deed was a prince who has lost his kingdom. Does that sound at all familiar to you? Does that ring any bells? Who does that?
Is the nickname for the spy master of Chalestra.
Oh my goodness. Which brings me to point number 2. That it's possible that I and my friends may undertake to go to Racy tomorrow. In which case, is there anything that that you would want or need from me?
She pauses for a second. You see her eyes sort of lose their unfocused, glazed over look and just start suddenly doing like that deep calculation thing that you've seen her do a couple times. The Primarch of Chalestra is a problem. I don't have evidence currently to suggest that what replaces him will be better, though. We need him weakened, if possible. And we need no sign that we are involved in this at all. Look for rebel forces and provide them with this. And she like turns and walks over to the spy master's office and then walks back and hands you a bag. This is for your expenses as well, of course. But revolutions cost money. I don't know who they are and I don't trust them. And I don't know their stance on the Accord. But if they're trustworthy, feel free to give them much of this. It's best for us, though, if Chalestra is unstable, at least until we can straighten out the war. The more stable and secure it is, the more they will act as a unit and be aggressive.
I think I understand. Anything I should know about Oceana?
Pirate Queen?
You don't think that she's connected at all to this this Chalestran resistance, do you?
Connected to the Chalestran resistance? No, I doubt it. She has formalized letters of mark and reprisal from Magley Black Eyes.
Oh, well.
So she's certainly in his employ. How loyal she is, I doubt very. She's a pirate, first and foremost. But sometimes pirates will do this in times of war. She's attacked many Sunaran vessels, and what few Abrek vessels that exist are gone too. She's wanted. There's a bounty on her head, you know.
No, I didn't. You mean wanted here?
Yes, in Terra Vest. You know her.
Well, you know, you have friends like I do. You meet interesting people.
The amount fluctuates depending on how active she's being, but yeah.
Well, good to know. I'll file that away for sure. One other request. I would like it if you could arrange that at, say, 10 o'clock tonight, there's a window of, say, 5 minutes or so, where the guards outside the assassin's cell are absent.
Following him. Back to his master. That's the plan. Sure. Done.
And lastly, I think you might have some visitors in the next few minutes. So just you know, don't it would be nice to leave something laying around, but maybe not too much.
Understood. I've got a meeting with researchers from Abarak. We're dealing with the lost tower.
You know, what would be great is if there's some way that these explorers were able to find some mind control stuff.
You mean ACS 327?
I think so. The beetle stuff, right?
Yes, from your first day here, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's it's come in really handy before, and we I don't know. I feel like it could be a I guess I would take it as a personal favor to me.
You're not trying to betray me, are you, Celexa?
I mean, I'm here telling you, right?
Sure, but the wrong people found that, they might be angry.
I have a feeling that betraying you would be a very bad idea for me.
You're not wrong.
Very
well.
I leave that up.
To prepare this place.
Okay. So thanks as always for your help, and it may be a while before I see you again. Oh.
Do you need a sending stone?
Probably, yeah. That would be a good idea.
And she reaches down into her drawer and pulls out a sending stone, 2 sets of them, and just tosses you one and says, "I'll have the other end of this, but save it for emergencies. And know, Celexa, that I, Professor Retcha, trust you to make the right decisions."
Oh, sorry. One last thing I just remembered. We were going to meet with Masozi tomorrow. I feel like it might still be a good idea. Can you make it happen like in the morning?
Sure.
All right, great. We'll look out for your summons, and Celexa will. Actually, can I walk with you to the meeting?
Of course.
Okay.
She walks and she like goes and fiddles with some things on her desk and says a few words, and you see like a purple wall just materialize over her door to her spymaster office. And then she says another word, and the purple wall, which is clearly like magical energy, is then replaced with just a plain looking wall, and now you can't see that there was a door there at all. And then she just sort of shoves like a desk in front of it and like a couple of things around and blah blah blah. Then she goes over and she mixes a couple of things, and then she reaches into a box and pulls something out and puts it down on the desk and makes it look, as used as it honestly already is. And then turns and says, "Come on," and you leave.
So Celexa will walk undisguised out with her.
You guys see Celexa and Retcha leave her office.
And
turns and locks the door, and then they leave.
Is there anybody else outside the room?
No guards.
I think I'll just pick the lock.
Yeah, roll thieves' tools. I have those die rolls somewhere. Where are they?
14.
There we go. Thank you. Excellent. Yeah. The lock clicks with a satisfying crunch, but you hear guards in the distance approaching slowly. Whether they notice you guys when you're in the office or not, that's a different story. But as of right now, you guys get into the office. Piles of junk everywhere, strewn about. Experiments constantly going, bubbling and boiling of liquids over there, bubbling and boiling and decaying of solids over there. It's all very weird and creepy and cool. What's the plan?
I would like to search for like hidden compartments.
Yeah, absolutely. Why don't you roll an investigation check?
Okay. All right.
Beautiful. Yeah, absolutely. You find that there is a bookcase, and the books are like right towards the front of the bookcase, and they're all like science-y textbooks and things like that. But you notice that the back of the bookcase is like the books are like pushed forward, and you can't push them back, even though there should be more depth to the bookcase. And you look and you see that like the back of the bookcase is like this large chamber or something like that. Yeah, figuring it out, you're able to pull the bookcase apart, and it slides open. And you realize that behind the bookcase there's a cabinet.
Ooh. Is the cabinet locked?
Mhm.
Hey, Thea, look what I found.
Whoa. Picky.
Roll your thieves tools.
24.
Yeah. Can you roll a dexterity saving throw for me, please? Yeah. A very small poisoned needle just shoots out right as you finish picking the lock, but you dodge out of the way easily and catch it between your fingers. Don't get it at all. You're slick.
Ooh. I want to put this somewhere safe and open the cabinet.
I would like to save it for Timothy.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. You open the cabinet, and inside you see, oh boy, just all manner of interesting things. There's like a skull, but it's like half melted, and there's like a holder for a candle in it. There's a gold chain that seems to be floating by itself, not touching or doing anything. It seems almost like curled like a snake. There's a fishbowl, and inside that fishbowl is a like weird one-eyed snail that has like this big eye on its back. It's very weird looking. And then you see something that we'll see how it affects you emotionally, but you see a brain shrimp dried out completely and partially dissected.
Oh my god. Is it clear it's dead, right?
Mhm.
I think Thea is like staring at it and looks really sad. What is she doing? Oh my god. Is there anything like near it, like notes or?
Yeah, absolutely. So you dig around a little bit and you find the notebook that pertains specifically to this it's this dissected creature. And it uses scientific jargon terminology. It's all like the specimen did not respond to any stimulation. Its similarity to the substance ACS327 is immense, but it is not the same substance. One would guess the same manufacturer or creator of some sort.
Yeah, I think I just read it and I put it back where I found it. All right, Nova. What are we?
Well,
there's a lot of weird stuff in here. What are we looking for?
Let's keep an eye out for notes and pertaining to mind control fluid, and if she has any in here.
Yeah. So right in the middle of the room where I said there's all these things bubbling and boiling, you see one of the things that's bubbling and boiling is sort of that bluish purple color of the mind control fluid.
Is there any kind of roll to sense if it was placed there intentionally?
Sure, yeah, roll an insight check.
Okay. I'd like to add my die to that.
Sure, feel free.
Okay. Nope. Okay. 11.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like the experiment's in progress, and is it's probably been in progress for a little while. It's hard to tell exactly how long it's been in progress, but it's been in progress for a little while.
Well, she definitely has some of the mind control fluid.
Yeah. Do we know the term she's using for the fluid?
If you go through her notes, you will figure it out now.
I want to go through her notes.
You figure it out now. ACS 327 is what she's calling it.
ACS 327. Yeah, okay. Whoa. Okay, it looks like she's comparing this to the brain shrimp.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
It says it was probably made by the same people.
That seems to be her hunch.
Okay. So it's probably those mind flayer friends.
Yeah, our buddies.
Yeah. Those good chums. All right. Do you see anything about the mind controlled beetle?
Yes, you have to go through the notes a little bit because it's been like a month since then, a little bit more. It's been a while since then, at least. And so you have to like dig through the notes and go back a little bit in time and blah blah blah. Yes, absolutely. She was testing the fluid when she first got it on creatures of various sorts. Not all creatures responded well. Some responded better than others. Some responded worse than others. Basically, what she discovered is that it's particularly effective on mammals. But insects or insect-like creatures, reptiles and reptile-like creatures, it is going to be less effective on. Reptiles, it doesn't seem to work on. And insects, it has a reaction where they turn insanely hostile.
Does it show with any like conclusivity that she purposefully had this insect attack us?
No.
Okay.
In fact, it actually does the opposite. It points that this insect got out of her control, and doesn't express any regret. It's all very like clinical, but it's like it would have, that was like the straw that broke the camel's back. They're like, okay, at this point, we should stop testing on insects. Is basically what happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I would like Nova to roll an investigation check.
Okay. I'd also like to add another of my.
Sorry, when I said Nova, I actually meant Nova with the help of Thea. So you have advantage. So that is a nat 20, although you're welcome to add because numbers do matter, of course. But you two are working together at this point. So
cool.
But if you'd like to add, you should feel free to.
I don't think I need to add if it's a.
Sounds good to me. Yeah. So Recha is good and she's careful, but you do find a couple of notes that are in here, and they're just like they're small things, and they're nothing that you can really deduce anything real from. But you do get the feeling that she is more keyed in than she pretends to be. She pretends to be this wacky person, but her notes are very, very organized and orderly. She pretends to be totally out of control, but then there are references in her notes that are like, you get the feeling like CM about X or whatever. And like everything's abbreviated very cleanly, just enough so that you know that like no one could deduce what this is, right? It's just coded enough that it's like, it's just hard enough to see like what anything is, that you begin to suspect that this woman may have more going on for her than you might expect. She knows more.
Does it help? Would it help more if since I know how to read the spy code language?
Absolutely, yeah. It doesn't tell you like answers or anything like that, but it definitely confirms for you 100% that this woman is a spy.
Okay. Yeah. Thea, I think she's definitely a spy.
Yeah, looks like it.
Should we tell Celexa?
You think Celexa already knows?
I don't know. It's well, what would that mean if she already knows? She knows and she didn't tell us? Would she do that?
Maybe if anybody might not tell us. I don't know. I guess if we told her, maybe she'd clue us into something. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't tell her.
Okay, maybe for now. Yeah, we'll keep it close to the chest.
Yeah. I feel like she's keeping stuff from us, so maybe we should keep stuff from her.
Even it out. Okay.
Yeah, just to keep everything even.
Yeah. Okay. Do we want to? Is there anything we want to take from here, from this office?
Well, Timothy asked for more of that mind control fluid, so we should take that at least, right?
Yeah. Is there any like a big stack of them, or like a big?
There's like 4 vials.
If we take one, maybe she won't notice. She'll probably notice.
So we might as well take all of it then, or what?
Oh, okay.
Or I don't know. Were you gonna say not take it?
Actually, is there like an empty vial somewhere?
Yeah, a bunch of them.
So I just take an empty vial and I put a little bit from each of the vials in it. So I leave them all, but it looks like they're untouched.
Absolutely, yeah. I love it.
Did Thea used to sneak from her parents' liquor cabinet? Is that what?
Make the grossest cocktails ever, yeah.
Fair enough. Okay. Yeah, that's excellent detective work. You guys thinking out of there, or?
Is there anything else that we want to do? Do you want to try to blame the break-in on someone else and leave some scent away from us?
Who else could we blame it on?
That's a good point. I guess there's no reason for her to suspect us, right?
Yeah, no way. I think if we put everything back where we found it, exactly, we'll be okay.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, yeah, we're good. We're done.
Sounds good. I like it. Okay. Ooh. Does that mean no? I'm back. Okay. Sounds good. Beautiful. I like it. Then, if it's all right with everyone, I think I'm gonna jump ahead a little bit to this evening. Is that okay? Well, then, if we can, let's describe the scene for a second. Timothy, what does your room look like? Where you're staying? How have you adjusted it?
How have I adjusted it? I have probably moved my whatever cushions or anything that I, on my bed, I've probably moved to the floor. And I have various scientific tomes scattered around my makeshift bed. And I have my fishing pole directly next to it.
Okay. Marcus, producer extraordinaire, can we bring in our guest star? I know that they are in Caliban's spot, but of course, they are not Caliban. Juno, hi. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Great. So you are teleported to Terra Vest by a certain friend of ours, Mela.
Mm-hmm.
And she tells you a little bit what's going on and where to find Timothy. And so you end up in their portion of this island where they stay. And what do you look like right now? How are you disguised?
Well, right now I look like a halfling woman, with dark brown hair, and I'm wearing a very like sophisticated black dress, just like slightly shiny, but only when you move kind of dress. Yeah, very nice.
Sleek. Excellent. And so you step into Timothy's room.
All right, is he in there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll knock first.
You're cutting out just a little bit, Faye. Oh no, the internet was going so well.
Oh.
Or everyone who's not named Caliban. Sorry, Caliban. Faye, are you there?
Oh, I couldn't. It said my internet connection was unstable. I didn't hear what he said.
I said you cut out.
I did cut out. Oh,
Yes.
that's what it was then. Yeah, so I knock and I say hello.
Oh,
As I
come on in. Is it Nova? Everything good?
No, it is not Nova. Hello, and I'm going to close the door behind me, and I'm going to, yeah, I'll just be like, hi, I was sent by a mutual acquaintance.
Oh, whoa, oh, excuse me, miss. Hi? Hi.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Holly.
Oh.
Yes, is it all right if I cast a spell real quick?
It depends on the spell, to be honest.
Just to make sure no one's listening in.
Yes.
Okay, good. It might take a little while. I did bring some scones. It's the recipe that I sent you. I really hope that you burned that letter. But I realized later, like, oh man, I wrote the recipe on the letter that you were supposed to burn, so I felt bad about that. So here you go. And she does this little spell. She has to like kind of move around the room for it. It takes a few minutes, and then this kind of a shadowy dome just kind of pops over them. So no one can listen in. No one can bring in any like magical sensors. If someone does walk into this room, they're going to look at us, and we're basically going to be. They won't hear what we're saying, so it will be very suspicious. But aside from that, we're all good.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
So how are you doing? I heard that you had some questions.
Yes. Well, first question, I'm doing well. And, well, to answer your question, and, well, yes, I do have questions. I want to help my people, the Chalestrin people. I consider myself a Chalestrin as much as, a citizen of the world, and I don't want them to suffer needlessly.
Okay.
I heard you could help.
Potentially, yes. That is what we're working for as well. You do understand kind of the breadth of what we're doing.
I think so. Normally, this would not be my first choice, and I am hoping that I was hoping that this could be solved without violence, but I think that seems out of the realm of possibilities.
You could say they've already brought violence into it. Yes. Now, if you would like to help, I mean, from here, it's honestly a matter of what we're trying to do. Sorry, she's trying to think about. Hold on. Okay. So, what are your opinions on Magley Black Eyes?
He is evil. Many people assume that he is uneducated and stupid, but I think that's far from the truth. I think he is conniving and malicious and knows exactly what he is doing. And I think, were I in a position of power, I would depose of him and, send him off to go live on his own where he couldn't hurt anyone.
That would be nice. Okay, well, you could say we have similar views.
Oh, good.
Yeah, for sure. He To say that he is managing Chalestra badly is a complete understatement. It's kind of a what's the term? Dumpster fire?
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is right now. We have plague, famine.
Well,
You
yeah,
know,
I grew up calling that a swamp fire. So, but yeah, I got you.
yeah, no, not originally from Chalestra, so we have different concepts. Um, but yeah, so we are working towards trying to find a more, I guess, stable form of government in Chalestra. Um, and our mutual acquaintance knows that we're doing this.
Hmm.
She's not really as directly involved. She knows a little bit of what we're doing, um, but honestly, it's our organization that's really doing the work because we don't want to get her too involved in anything we do that might be opposed to her standards.
Sure. You're trying to keep her hands clean.
Yeah, I mean, don't tell her that. She would be very offended if she knew. But
I
yeah, um, but yeah. So, were there any particular questions that you had that I could help you with, other than
well,
what
well.
you do?
Speaking of our mutual acquaintance and her somewhat recent run-in with assassins, I was wondering if you could shed some light on that.
Oh, you didn't get my message.
I
mean,
did. I did get the lovely message, which I definitely destroyed. I was just
Okay.
hoping you could elaborate more on Kazan.
Oh yeah. What question? How did you know her name?
It was a circuitous route, but we you have sometimes you have to solve an assassination with another assassination, and last night, they Kazan killed Cashier, so they assassinated a Kavanian ambassador.
And you know that for sure?
We do.
And this is the assassination. You said 2 assassinations, though.
Well, the assassination attempt.
I don't know if I follow.
Wasn't Mela Stepwise almost assassinated?
Yes, she was.
Right.
And you're saying Kazan.
Was a part of that. Yeah, right?
Yes.
And then go ahead.
You're saying that Kazan was a part of it.
Right. And then Kazan came over here last night and killed the Kavanian ambassador. So like 1.5 assassinations, shall we say. Total.
I can't speak for the second one. That's new to me. But I don't know if you understand. Kaz didn't try to kill Stepwise. Kazan didn't try to kill Stepwise.
No?
No, the opposite. She wasn't the one who. I was trying to be cryptic because you don't give out too much at once. See, this is why, okay, you're not supposed to give out too much information at once because you don't know. I could actually be on Magley Black Ice's side. I could be giving all this information to him, and then, like, next thing you know, you have, like, Prince in your room, and he's just like, hey, dude, and you're dead. And that's going to suck. But, so the fact of the matter is, there were 3 members of the Kava in that room at the time.
Right.
The one who tried to kill Stepwise, Mala, was Kazan's brother.
Kazan's brother tried to kill Stepwise.
And Kazan had to protected Stepwise, and unfortunately that meant that her brother was in the way.
I see.
It's not something that she would have wanted to do, I'm sure.
Uh-huh. And the third being the teenager.
Yeah.
Obviously. All right. Okay.
But
Okay.
Kazan was not trying to kill Stepwise. Everything, her entire life was upended because she tried to protect Stepwise.
Mm-hmm.
That's, I would personally trust Kazan with my life. I don't know what's going on with the, this assassination happening here. If you asked me about stuff happening in Chalestra or AC, I would know.
Well, speaking of, it seems like we are going over there tomorrow. Is there any advice or things you could tell me to point us in the right direction once we're there?
Boil your water.
Well, I'm okay. I'm native, so.
Okay. I'm just saying, there's a plague.
Oh yes. Okay.
When you're going to Chalestra, you have to understand we're talking very openly right now, and it's because we can. It's because I have the ability to help us with that. If you show any sign that you are against black ice when you're in the city, that puts a target on your back. If you want them to come after you, if you want to be targeted as anti-Chalestran, as someone who's traitorous or not patriotic enough, then go right ahead, but on your own head be it.
Okay. Once we're there, how might we find you? Or others part of who are part of the mission?
Well, you can reach out to Stepwise to get a hold of me. I would suggest, that would be the best option. To reach out to Stepwise. She has a house in the city. Place where she's staying.
Okay.
Honestly, go through her assistant. She usually has an assistant at the house. They will handle all of the mail, and I have a connection with them.
Okay.
And,
thank you, and I hope you make it back safely.
I will. I just figured out how to do teleportation. I was teleported here. This is amazing. I've never been in a place like this before.
Oh yeah, it's I suppose it's pretty cool.
Aside from the assassinations, though, like everything's going okay.
Yeah, mostly. It's not my cup of tea, really, but it is a very nice place.
Yeah. Well, I do hope that you enjoyed Chalestra. You can definitely stop by. You can give me a call if you're in the area, or send me a letter. I don't know if you have psionics there with you, just keep an eye out. Watch your back when you're there.
Will do. Thank you, Holly.
No problem. Nice to meet you, Timothy. I better go, though. I don't know how much time I have left.
Yeah.
Do you want me to leave this up so that if you need to have any talks with someone?
How long does it last?
About 8 hours.
Sure. Thank you.
All right, no problem. And she's gonna leave the rest of the scones.
Yes.
And turn herself invisible and head on out.
There leaves from our scene Juno, disguised as Holly, just for clarification. Another point of clarification, or a couple of quick points of clarification. The government, the newspapers, everyone, they've blamed Kaz for the attempt on Mela. That's been elucidated now. Like, she is wanted because people blame her for this, but she's innocent of it. She's a scapegoat. Her brother was the one who attempted it. Take that for what you will. And then other thing, this is just the nature of running multiple campaigns at the same time, and time wibbly wobbly and blah, 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 blah. Turns out that we had 4 episodes that took place over the course of one day, and so time got a little bit wishy-washy. So sorry about that, everyone. There's a little bit of inaccuracy in the timeline, but whatever. We'll make it work. The boat journey will take the right amount of time to even it all out. That's the way that's going to work, and all that good stuff. And I think that's where we will end today's episode. So let's just go around quickly and check in on beliefs and experience and all that good, beautiful stuff. Celexa, how you doing?
Doing great. That was a fun episode.
Mm-hmm.
So
What's going on?
yeah. So okay, I'm looking at guiding light. So I think that last episode she didn't claim her guiding light.
Yeah.
I feel like she even though things didn't get resolved exactly, Selexa's feeling like she's learned a lot, and is taking it, and is in some ways a lot closer to kind of understanding what might be going on here.
Yeah.
And she's feeling maybe kind of maybe even like a little full of herself for her success with the interrogation, and so I think that probably with her guiding light like that, I think that she would probably claim a point for that this time.
I strongly agree. The other thing we could toss out there, just for future reference, like you should feel free to. Did you know your great grandmother as a child? Like when you did you bond with her ever? Did she, I don't know, take you out?
I think that Celexa knows her great grandmother almost entirely by like legacy and by how it like.
We can have stories then. You can have flashbacks where your mother or your grandmother or whatever says, your great grandmother did this, or
right.
And that's a little toss thing that we can.
I think I've actually done that once or twice, but it's been a while. So thank you for that. Thank you for that suggestion.
Sure, yeah, definitely.
For belief 1, using whatever means at her disposal to solve Kasher's murder, I think that's progress there.
Yep, I agree.
And belief 2, trying to convince the party to go to Race C tomorrow, that feels like progress as well. It's not settled, but that seems like the direction we're heading.
Certainly things like that's the direction people are going.
Yeah.
Excellent. Works for me. That's 3 points of progress. I like it. Let's check in with Timothy.
Okay. Guiding light. I will jeopardize myself to save even one life. I dove in front of a dagger.
Absolutely. That is your guiding light working out perfectly. That's exactly what you're doing. Perfect.
All right. And let's see. I wanted to set up this is belief 1. Wanted to set up a meeting with Mela Stepwise and deliver Taj to the secret organization. That seems like a success.
Yep.
And number 2, no, I did not try to get anyone to drop aid on Gillestra.
No. Works for me. And next up, Thea.
So my guiding light is getting closer to members of the team.
Mm-hmm.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
We're certainly going on an adventure with Nova, but even more important than that, rightfully or wrongly, choosing to trust Celexa. That's getting closer to the team.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe getting a little suspicious of things, but yeah. Choosing to, yeah, sure. My first belief was to investigate the murder more.
Mm-hmm.
I think it didn't solve it yet, but we're on the way.
Yep.
And then finding out who's finding out what the conspiracy against the brain shrimp is. Getting kind of on the way to that too.
Yeah, I agree. Clues there. I'll take it. Works for me. And Nova.
Well, I'm not sure that I threw myself into danger this episode. So not guiding light.
Yeah, I think
Or did
had
I?
you been the one to go down the hallway chasing after the person or something like that, you know?
Yeah, I don't think I really threw myself into danger today.
Mm.
I did investigate Recha,
Yes.
Garcia, so that one is completed. And I think that for now, the one with the little girl, sword fighting, I think that's completed.
I agree. Works for me.
It might come back later, but
Yeah. Might come back in a new form. We might need to see how that relationship develops, whether there's more to learn about the little girl, who she might be, and what's going on with her. Where are her parents? And all those good questions that we might want to know. I like it. That's 14 points all around. I like it. 14, 22, 28. Okay. Cool. We're well on our way. We're past halfway to the next level. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this show. There may be some, probably not this week, I'm guessing, just from the way timing's going, but maybe next week there's going to be some more crossover episodes. I don't know. We may be foreshadowing that a little bit. It's totally unintentional, but sometimes campaigns just run into each other a little bit, and that's okay. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you're enjoying the show. Please like us, subscribe to us, and always, as always, remember the most important advice that I can give you, and that is call your cat and feed your mom. Bye, everyone.